You and Dillon got into it. It looked like you guys were having fun. Like took it back to the playground almost. It looked like. What was it like out there? And it looked like you guys were like going back and forth. Did you enjoy that element of the game?
No, we're not having fun. Give me a break for this. I don't like Dillon Brooks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Well, the Golden State Warriors took a 3-1 lead over the Houston Rockets, and really Houston showed a lot of their youth, and Golden State showed why they are four-time world champions. Jimmy Butler returned and was nothing short of brilliant. But one thing that stood out in this moment was Jimmy Butler here getting all up in Dillon Brooks' face. Like, Dillon Brooks is chippy and Jimmy Butler's never one to back down. And Jimmy Butler, he actually talked about him and Dillon Brooks when asked about it in the post game. Take a listen here what Jimmy had to say.
Playoff Jimmy?
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do this. It's just part of the game. Now your body starts to warm up. You start to move a little bit better. You gain confidence. People start talking to you, and then good things happen.
You've said people start talking to you. You're talking about Dillon Brooks?
Yeah. Yes.
Anything you want to share that he said?
No. I mean, I like it. I think we all like when people start chirping. It's been this way this entire series. I don't think it's going to change. And we're going to go out there, we're going to compete, and we're going to go do what we're supposed to do in Houston.
I mean, you and Dillon got into it. It looked like you guys were having fun. Like took it back to the playground almost. It looked like. What was it like out there? And it looked like you guys were like going back and forth. Did you enjoy that element of the game?
No, we're not having fun. Give me a break for this. I don't like Dillon Brooks, so we're never having fun. I'm a fierce competitor. He's a fierce competitor, but there ain't nothing fun about that.
So when you look at some of the pictures, I was looking at the pictures, and it looked like he was trying to have fun, but you weren't going for it.
No, I'm not going for that. And I don't think anybody is trying to be friends with anybody on either team. That's for sure. Fun is winning. Fun is competing. And it's going to be fun whenever we get forward.
Now, Jimmy was also petty enough to, once he realized that the earlier game, his former team, Miami Heat, was eliminated and was swept 0-4 in the first round by Cleveland, Jimmy took time to celebrate the fall of his former team, which, man, he was sitting there clapping in the layup lines like, yeah. Which isn't surprising because the way Jimmy left Miami, and Jimmy was saying, even while he was still there, that he had lost his joy for playing basketball. And a reporter asked him about that in the post game. Take a listen here what Jimmy had to say.
Jimmy, I heard that you said a little earlier that you got your joy back, which was a big thing for you a couple months ago. Is that joy because of winning, or is that joy because of winning with this group of guys?
Definitely because of winning. Definitely because I'm able to be who I am, who I've made myself out to be for the last couple of years in this league. But more than anything, it's just fun. I get to play basketball. I get to come into work knowing that I'm going to be able to play in these games, play in the playoffs, and help us do something special.
Now, if you always wondered what a team with Jimmy Butler and Draymond would look like, you're actually seeing it now. And Draymond obviously jumped off some of his own things. He went diving for a ball with Tyree Eason nearby. He rolled over and kicked Tyree Eason in the back of the head, which caused this huge scrum between the teams. Eason did not take lightly Draymond actually rolling over and kicking him in the head. And Draymond Green, again, he talked about how he's always going to be somewhere near that line of crossing over. And, he calls himself the habitual line stepper. Take a listen here what Draymond had to say in regards to that.
Concerned were you with not just the fifth and sixth personal foul, but the second technical foul, playing with one for most of the game?
Not at all. I wasn't worried about a second tech. Can't play the game worrying. like I said before, if I'm going to go out there worrying, I'm not doing this team any justice. I just go sit down if I'm just going to go out there and be cautious. There's no place to be cautious. Playoff basketball. Got to give it everything you got. So I wasn't worried one bit.
You've shrugged off their fans and some of the comments they've made about you this series. Have you felt your restraint from yourself and kind of walking that line?
I'm always walk that line. That's who I am. Habitual line stepper. I'm just playing.
Now, we all know this is a slightly different iteration of the Big Three from the Golden State Warriors from years past, from their other, for their 4 championships, with Klay Thompson being a extremely huge role in all of those. He was the second best player on the team for much of those, for at least three of those 4 titles. And with Golden State actually locking in such a huge win last night, taking that commanding 3-1 lead, one could only surmise, like, man, how does Klay Thompson feel? Well, Klay Thompson was out in Golden State, out in the Bay Area, out on his boat. You remember he used to very famously take his boat from his house to the docks over there, and when the team was in Oakland to play the games, well, he was out on the bay streaming live as, you know, Golden State was actually locking in yet another win. So I just wonder how that feels to be back home. And you remember they asked Klay about would he still make that same decision? Because it's not like Golden State didn't offer him anything. It just wasn't what he was expecting for everything he felt like he gave to the franchise. Take a listen here, if you missed it, what Klay had to say when he was asked if he could do it all over again, would he?
Klay, knowing what you know now, would you have made the same decision from Dallas last summer?
Don't do this. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. That's kind of a ridiculous question because, like, I don't own a time machine and I don't believe in looking back. If I did that my whole career, I would not be where I'm at.
So let me know what you guys think, man. Is this iteration of the Golden State Warriors, what are they going to do? I mean, obviously the Lakers are down 3-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves, which if the Wolves and the Warriors close out their series, that's who they will be facing. I mean, that's the matchup, Ant versus Steph, to go to the Western Conference Finals. And it's really looking like, you know, the Clippers-Nuggets series, that's tied 2-2. We got us a really good one there. And the winner of that series get to face the number 1 overall seed in the playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. So who's already closed out their first round series. So let me know what you guys think, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm holler at you next time. Peace.